WVEC-TV, plan.
Time for buttons 1 or 2, and here we go.
This is Jeff Kennedy, ABC.
It's just the right time to bring them onto the carriers and let them fulfill the rest of their destiny, if you will.
My goal is not to make war, but to ensure peace.
Captain Lynn Hutton has flown Navy planes for 18 years. She's landed on aircraft carriers hundreds of times, even commanded a squadron. But until now, being a woman held her back. Today, Hutton controls all air operations for the Second Fleet. She prepares pilots to fly missions she was denied. And among those now training to deploy are the first women combat aviators.
I have a great deal of personal pride to know I've been a part of the pavement, the roadway for these young women to walk along.
And they're taking their first big step now. Off the North Carolina coast, the Norfolk-based Dwight D. Eisenhower trains for her upcoming deployment. Aboard are several women aviators who will make history this fall when they sail with the carrier. That distinction has earned them national media attention, something they try to ignore.
That's not important. What's important is that you know how to do your job well enough so that you don't get anybody killed and you don't kill yourself.
We just want to do our job. We want to fly. We want to get good at what we do and learn everything we can about carrier aviation. And if you guys went away, it wouldn't give us any heartburn at all.
Before these women can deploy, they've got to pass the same skill tests as their male counterparts.
It'll be a human being against a standard, not a woman against a standard or a man against a standard, and that's how it's going to go.
It's Admiral Flanagan's job to make sure that happens. And the no exception rule is welcomed by everyone.
If you trade off standards, you decrease mission effectiveness. That's the measure all of us are held up to. Myself as well as the newest pilot in the squadron.
One of the newest pilots now trying to meet that standard is this woman, Lieutenant Shannon Workman. Workman flies the EA-6B Prowler, a combat aircraft that jams enemy radar. Terry and Sally operate its intricate weapon system, but Workman flies the plane. If she passes the test, she'll become the first female pilot to deploy on a carrier. The pressure is great, but so is the opportunity. When most people think about aircraft carriers, this is what comes to mind. But until last year, the only pilots allowed to qualify for a carrier job were men.
It's wonderful that we finally have the chance to promote doing the same types of jobs that the guys do. You're finally on equal footing.
Lieutenant Shannon Workman will become the first woman to deploy with a combat squadron. That's put this 26-year-old Naval Academy graduate into the national spotlight.
Personally, it really doesn't bug me one way or the other, but I just want to leave a good impression with the people here in the Air Wing so that other females that come up behind me have a positive experience to build from.
Like any carrier pilot, Workman has to stay qualified to fly. That means doing takeoffs and landings from the carrier during the day and at night. What makes the achievement so impressive is these pilots do it without looking at the flight deck, which is their runway.
You're scanning it just to make sure that you're on the center line, but you have no way of judging visually where you're going to touch down since the boat's moving away from you.
So the pilots rely on their instruments and the people below each time they fly. Workman says with each day, people are getting more used to her.
Walking down the passageways a couple times, people's heads still look at you and notice just because you're different, but even that's pretty much going away and it's just not a big deal.
Did you think when you first came into the Navy that you'd ever see a day when women would be part of the ship's company?
No, to be quite honest, no.
Conklin has seen a lot in his 25 years in the Navy. Now he's preparing the enlisted crew to welcome nearly 500 women aboard.
We're prepared like with any new thing. We're going to have some difficulty.
but we don't think it's going to be really bad.
That preparation has been underway for almost a year.
We've looked at habitability, privacy issues, fairness, harassment, fraternization, every issue you can imagine, from pregnancy to single parenthood to just how to address each other and how to enter each other's birthing areas.
For many women, competing for a combat job is an opportunity long overdue. No one wants to go to war, but these women aren't afraid of it.
If I was really bothered by it, I didn't have to take this job. I don't even have to stay in the Navy.
A reminder that our military is still a volunteer force.